There's a message about your karma today. We're going to see what this is about. What is this about? Karma. The Seven of Pentacles. You seeing the fruits of your labor. You've been waiting to see everything grow. Not yet ready to harvest. This situation has karmic origin, but I want to understand, what is this origin? What is going on? The Knight of Cups in reverse. Something in regards to potentially relationships in your life, romantic relationships. But I think this is a matter also of lacking, because this is the love. Like the cups are always your emotions and stuff. And what I'm sensing is this might be a lack of self-love as well. Or there's something lacking in regards to your emotional realm. What is the lack? What is the lack? Guys, this fell right on top. Justice. There is a lack of balance. There is a lack, of fairness in how you treat yourself or how others treat you. We're going to check. The Queen of Pentacles and the Four of Swords in reverse. It's like you are trying to balance between these two. Look at that. Wait a sec. Justice in the middle, holding balance between the Queen of Pentacles, someone who is past this point, you know, who doesn't even have to wonder about her fruits, her trees ever bearing fruits, because they have. And they have for a long time, and she knows exactly how to treat them and what to do so she gets the most amount of fruits, you know. But then on the other side, there is this anxiety card, this like stinginess and scaredness. Not stinginess, but scaredness. Scared of coming out of your cave. Being in like a safe space of nothingness, of not engaging, not doing. I think you're struggling between these two. There is this imbalance or something going on where you're feeling called to be really like trusting in your ability, and also like in what you do, and the fruits coming in, knowing that you can do this, right? But then on the other end, not really wanting to put in the work, or like not being too scared to come out of your comfort zone or to do the thing that you want to pursue, you know, because you're scared of maybe the outcome. But I think this is coming from a place of lacking this love and care for self. The love and care for self, and placing like the, I'm seeing it in my mind's eye, like the scale. You're putting too much emphasis on the outcome. You're putting too much emphasis on the material thing that you want to manifest. And that then, you know, takes away this balance that was going on. It makes you shift into this like, I don't know, man. Something weird here. Something weird going on today. We're gonna get more. What is the karma then to do with? The Justice card coming out is, again, this is karma. This is karma. Why? What is this karma? We had the Knight of Cups in reverse, but the Queen of Cups. The Queen of Cups and the Knight of Cups are an odd pairing, and yet they make sense. So maybe you've been pairing up with people that make sense, but are an odd pairing. What do I mean with that? Maybe they make sense from a karmic perspective. Maybe they make sense because you are triggering each other in a way that feels fulfilling. Where, for example, if you're someone who is very loving and giving, you inherently will want to give and love. And to then meet someone that, for example, is the opposite, that can be a triggering thing that really binds you to a person, because then you have these oppositions where it's like, oh, you need love, I got this, perfect. And then the other person's like, oh, I'm scared of love, but you got love, cool, you know. So there's an attraction that comes from things fitting together, but maybe not in the most productive way. So if you've been recognized, if this makes sense to you, maybe go inward to try and recognize what kind of relationships in your life you're also allowing for this kind of dynamic. Okay, because the Queen of Cups is someone who is very emotionally stable, and like stable in the sense that she understands that there's no stability to it, but knows how to go with the ebbs and the flows of the emotions. The Knight of Cups is not there yet. He's right before the Queen, but this Knight is on its head. So there is an illusion of someone even being potentially that close to the Queen in terms of the attributes and recognizing that. And you can be either one here. So maybe you could be the one that is more, I'm hearing, avoidant, right? The Knight of Cups in reverse here. Or the one that is more willing to love and give, you know. And in the same wording, if I'm using avoidancy, then maybe codependency on that end. But codependency, yeah, in a way from wanting to just be really caring and loving, but then placing some sort of weight onto the outcome again. Yeah, there is this weighing out things, trying to like see things progressing, and then you're struggling, and this could be in this relationship that is coming up, or these people, but this could also be just with your work. But whatever's going on, these are things that need to happen for your karma to, you know, move ahead and move on. You're gonna get one more of here. Karma, what is guys, yep, this is a relationship. These are people in your life where you've been putting a lot of effort in, a lot of work. You've not been seeing the fruits of your labors yet, and this comes between, you know, because you constantly get out of balance. You constantly are pulled in between these two versions, or like having to balance these two parts of yourself. The one that's really like, I'm working on my stuff, I'm doing my thing, I'm standing in my power, and then I'm too scared to come out of my cave. And this dichotomy maybe is something you've been sensing in the relationship itself. So maybe you feel really good about the relationship and yourself, and then you have times where you feel really bad about it and you don't know how to get out of it. And if that is the case, then yeah, look at the patterns. Look at the patterns and see why you would be doing this. Understand where your tendencies come from, so you can change them if you want to, of course. That is your choice. But karma is going to play out as it has to. If the things are rigged to go to the right, they will go to the right unless you change it. So yeah, I think that's the message for you today, because it's getting dark, I'm getting hungry, and I want to go home. So I'll see you. I hope you have a lovely, lovely day. And if you're ever interested in personal readings, my info is down in the description. Bye-bye.